Good day to you, madam. Today, my group mates and I would like to review and describe about our product, which is Swiss Army knife. Have you ever heard about it? Well, let me start with an introduction about it. Swiss Army knife is a multi-bladed pocket knife that evolved from knives issued to Swiss soldiers beginning in 1886. The knives continue to be supplied by two Swiss manufacturers, Victorinox and Wenger. The function of the Swiss Army knife is this is a multi-tool that can be used and bring with you everywhere for daily usage. It can also read fingerprints by using magnifying glass. As we all aware, the purpose of the Swiss Army knife is very useful and reliable, hence it can meet anyone's needs or helps in emergency such as mainly when camping and also can protect ourselves when we need. The advantages for audience having a Swiss Army knife are many. The main one is that you can get several additional tools in one, in addition to being small enough to carry anywhere. A Swiss knife is one of the most versatile tools that exists. The disadvantages for audience having a Swiss knife is the blades are sharp and could cause injury. So, this pocket knife is intended for many purposes, but violence is not one of them. This Swiss Army knife generally has a main spare point blade plus other blades and tools like screwdrivers, a can opener, a saw blade, and a pair of scissors, and many others. These are stored inside the handle of the knife through a pivot point mechanism. Now, I like to preview the major parts of this knife. There are 33 cool attachments in the Swiss Army knife such as large blade, hook disgorger, fish scaler, metal file, metal saw, nail cleaner, can opener, magnifying glasses, bottle opener, fine screwdriver, sewing eye, Phillips screwdriver, ballpoint pen, nail file, state pin, multipurpose hook, wood saw, key ring, mini screwdriver, pliers, wire cutters, wire crimping tool, scissors, toothpick, tweezers, wood chisel, wood stripper, ruler, small screwdriver, screwdriver, reamer, corkscrew, and small blade.
Okay, next let us take a look at the major part of this Swiss Army knife. So basically, this Swiss Army knife have the main part which form of the holder, joint mechanism, the blades, the separator which separate one tools to the other. So so this is the components of the Swiss Army knife, and then this is all the tools that that have in the Swiss Army knife. So as you can see, they have scissors, can opener, screwdriver, corkscrew, fish scaler, magnifying glass, and a lot more. And over the year, more useful tools were added, such as the USB flash driver and laser pointer, and a lot of cool stuff were added. All these tools makes the user able to do multiple tasks without require different type of tools, but only depending on one. This knife is made of 80% of iron along with 13% of chromium and a small trace of other metals. So what makes this Swiss Army knife is so special? It is because of the inox. Inox is a famous material because of its inoxidizable feature, which makes the quality of this product even more stronger and have a good balance between hardness, strength, and rust resistance. In result, this knife will last longer and not easily blunt. There are few sizes of this product, from a small size, which known as the pocket size, until up to 150 cm size knife. The bigger the size, the more component it has.
Hello, my name is Nazinda Vikinoje. I am going to discuss about the health annotations of Swiss Army knife and the methods on how to use it. First, for health annotation, while using the Swiss Army knife, we need to sit when we carve something. It is very important that you are sitting down or kneeling when doing any carving. Both feet should be on the ground. Second, carve away from the body. Always make sure that the knife moves away from your body when you are carving. This is easily done in a sitting position and helps you to avoid injuries in case the knife slips. We must bear in mind that we need to only open one tool at a time. Although the many tools are undoubtedly one of the attractions of our pocket knives, opening more than one at a time risks injury, so be sure to close one tool before opening the next. Pass on a closed pocket knife only. Be sure to carefully close the knife before giving it to someone else. A Swiss Army knife is not a weapon. You should never ever use the Swiss Army knife as a weapon, even if you are just playing. Our blades are sharp and could cause serious injury. Our pocket knives are intended for many purposes, but violence is not one of them. Then, I will explain on how to use the Swiss Army knife. A Swiss Army knife can be a useful tool in everyday life as well as in serious survival situations. There are two methods on how to use a Swiss Army knife. The first method is by using basic features. Learn how to use the main features. If you're using a simple, standard Swiss Army knife, then you'll probably only be working with 4 to 10 basic tools. Next, use the lash blade. This is the basic component of the Swiss Army knife. This blade is usually about as long and thick as the knife handle. Find the reamer, or known as an awl. We use it for punching holes in materials like leather or canvas, and for drilling or reaming holes into sturdier materials. Use the key ring. It is hanging from the outside of the knife. You can use this to clip the knife to your keychain, your belt loop, or another handy location. Pull the tweezer and toothpick from the end of the knife handle. Make sure to wash the tweezers and toothpick after each use. The second method of using the Swiss Army knife is by caring for the knife. First, keep the tools dry. Swiss Army knives are made of stainless steel, which is much more water resistant than regular steel. However, if you get them wet, it's still best to dry them relatively quickly. Second, oil the blade regularly. Place a dollop of lubricating multi-tool oil on the blade joint when the blade is starting to stiffen. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. I'm Nur Aina Shira Bintilas. I'm from class 4. Today I'm going to talk about the conclusion on how the parts of the mechanism work together to make all the item function. Okay, first of all, Swiss Army knife had a lot of function which help us in our daily life. It can be used in our daily life. It has a lifetime warranty, which is Victorinox EG guarantees all the knife and tools to be of first class stainless steel, and also guarantees a lifetime against any defects in material and workmanship. Receive for electronic components for 2 years. Swiss Army knife is cabinet. It has consists of 33 functions, common functions which help us in every task that we do, such as cooking, carving wood, and cutting fish. Then is assembly. Robots and blanket machines made from brass ring. All the machines steel parts and other tools, separators and screws together. The drivers are made by cutting and pointing appropriate size block of solid brass. The main component of the Swiss Army knife generally has a main square point blade plus other blades and tools such as screwdriver, can opener, saw blade, and a pair of scissors, and many others. It is easy to clean. It is perfect for carrying in purse or pocket. The mechanism is often inside the handle of the knife through a pivot point mechanism. The handle is traditionally a red color with either a Victorinox or Ranger for Swiss military. This is like this. So, thank you.